Hi, everyone. So now we're going to look at Chapter 3, Window Select, different ways to select things. So let me share the screen, and we're going to look at the textbook. Page 79, Object Selection. There are two main ways to select objects, window and crossing. They can be a little confusing, so I'm going to demonstrate them real quickly in AutoCAD. So here's an object. Automatic window selecting is where you left click, remove your hand from the mouse, and then move your cursor from the left to the right, and you get this blue box with a solid white line. Notice that as I enclose different objects inside that blue field, they light up like so. And I hit escape to let go. This is what's called a boundary window. Think of a corral. Only the horses that are inside the corral get selected. That's going from left to right. If I click and release and move my mouse from right to left, I get a green field with a dashed line. This is like a force field. This is one of those electronic fences that you use for your dog with the shock collar. Anything that touches that green field or crosses that dashed line is going to get zapped. So once you select something, then you can initiate a command like erase. I'm going to undo that command with the undo button. Okay, so again, left click release, go from left to right for boundary, go from right to left for crossing. Okay, those are the two main types. So if we go back to our screen, you'll see, let's see, go back to here, here we go. Window and crossing selection. You can type W for window at the select objects prompt to use manual window selection, or C for crossing. When you use manual window or crossing selection, the selection box uses the window format regardless of where you pick. What that means is if I initiate a command first, like erase, and down at the bottom at the command line, it says select objects. If I ignore that and say C, enter, then no matter which way I go, it's going to be a crossing window. If I type W, enter, no matter which way I go, it's going to be a window selection, a boundary selection. Okay. Another way to select objects is with the lasso. To initiate the lasso, same starting operation, you left click, but instead you hold. So left click and hold, and if you move from left to right, you get a free form lasso, blue field, window selection. If I left click, hold, and move from right to left, I get a crossing selection, no matter which way I go. Once I start that crossing selection, no matter what I do, it's going to be that green field. There is a third option that can be kind of confusing. So you have to start with a command. So I select erase. And if I say WP for window polygon, notice it says first polygon point. So I pick a point in space, let go of the mouse, pick another point in space, another point in space, another point in space, and I can create a free-form shape that only encloses those objects I want it to. Hit enter, it highlights the things it's going to affect, and then hit enter again, and it erases those and initiates the command. Again, you have to start with a command. So I type command and I say CP for crossing polygon. Anything that crosses that field will get selected. Now notice if I hit enter, nothing happens if it's self-crossing. It can't cross its own boundary like it's doing right now. It has to be a non-self-intersecting polygon. Except hit enter again, and it initiates the command. A third way Again, you start with a command and you type F for fence. This gives you a crossing line. Anything that crosses that line will be selected. That's all there is to it. Let me stop the share and stop the video.